Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to tell you when to expect Phantasmal Flames. That's going to be the next Mega Evolution or Mega Line set that Pokemon will have later on this year, actually officially launching November the 14th. That's going to be a Friday in a couple of months. A little bit later than the Japanese set, which will release on September 26th. That's going to be a Friday as well here in a couple of weeks. But yeah, let's talk about what's going on. It's really complicated. They were supposed to drop the pre-orders last week, or at least it was pretty evident that they were going to. And then they have completely scrapped it. There has been literally no communication. The only thing we know right now is that there were some botters that were successfully able to order product, and now it's kind of left things up in the air of what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and try to get to the bottom of it. Before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at one of our sponsors here. It is our sponsor at Vault X. They make incredible binders, ladies and gentlemen. For 10% off, you can use code 2ERAS, Vault X. Just like that, just as you see on the screen, they make incredible binders, sleeves, top loaders, so much more, ladies and gentlemen. Go to vaultex.com. They recently had a major restock on some of the Scarlet Violet era binders. They're going to have Mega Evolution binders as well. So, 2ERAS, Vaultex, 10% off. Another partner of ours is pkmn.gg. You will see me using that tool here on these video. pkmn.gg, I cannot live without them, but they have collection and price tracking, Pokedex powered by your cards, build decks with ease. You can track your graded cards. They have added features where you can even TCG Pocket, start integrating your collection, figure out what you're missing. You know, TCG Pocket does not do a very good job of managing what things you need. At least not that good of a job. PKMN.GG, though, will meet your card tracking and deck builder needs. Use code 2ERAS to get yourself $5 off a pro membership. Use that promo code at checkout. You can select the 1 month option, or you can select the year option. Doesn't matter. You'll get a discount using code 2ERAS. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. So we know for a fact 11/14/2026 or 2025, sorry, will be the release date for Phantasmal Flames. This is going to be the official Pokemon Center exclusive ETB. 9/2/2025 was the alleged release date. They made modifications on the back end. You would get that little waiting screen if you try to go to the page. And then all of a sudden chaos happened, and some people were basically, what can you say about it? They were talking about how amazing it was that they did all this amazing things. Look at these. This is like a Discord group where some botters were successfully able to make 42,000 items checked out. If Pokemon Center were to pull the stock earlier, they would have well over an hour ago. So people were acting like this is legitimate. Pokemon, there's 3 things that usually happen when a release happens. Pokemon will send a mass email out to anybody subscribed to their newsletter, letting them know, hey, this is ready to go for pre-order. Number 2, there will be a queue. And then number 3, they will, on their homepage, promote the launch of a new product. And number 4, all of those products will be on this website as static pages. None of that happened. These botters are claiming that they're going to keep their pre-orders. They even made up a fake email, as you can see above. Well, people thought that they were getting orders canceled. They were trying to... There was a lot of heat on them. And I don't want anybody going out there and hating on these people. Listen, Pokemon is going to take care of these people. Pokemon is going to figure out whatever flaw or weakness is going on their website. I can assure you, while the orders are not canceled right now, as you can see in the screenshot that we'll be posting right here, they made up fake email cancellations to get the heat off of them, which is kind of ridiculous. Pokemon doesn't take things like this lightly. They are going to figure out how to fix this. That no product has been launched, no announcement has been made that the product is launched. My assumption is they are going to cancel every single one of these orders, but before they do that, they're going to find the flaws, and there might be some trial and error. They might try to act like they're going to push some product out throughout the week and try to figure out how to combat this. There is no way that they're going to allow this to continue. There is no way they're going to honor these pre-orders. Maybe they'll give them a little $5 coupon code or something like that, but I just don't think that they're going to do that. I'm not saying that Pokemon is not in it for the money, but also Nintendo, Pokemon, all these companies that are in the same, I don't know what you would call it, but they all work together. They do not like when stuff like this happens. I personally don't think that these pre-orders are going to last, but that's just my hunch. Now, as far as when are things going to release, that's a good question. That is a solid question. We don't know. There are Twitter accounts acting like they know exactly what's going on. Do not listen to them. They have absolutely no idea when this is actually going to drop. None of us do. It could be this week. It could be today. So keep an eye on Pokemon Center, but there's no telling when this stuff's going to release because there's no actual official launch, pre-order launch date. They like to do things at a specific interval, but there is a chain. There's a broken chain in the cog that is Pokemon Center right now, and I have a feeling that they're going to try to fix the issues before they get worse. And 42,000 orders is what these guys were. 42,000 checkouts. That's crazy. Limit 2 per item as well. I don't know if this is going to be a global change or if this is just a defect in the system. That's an interesting thing as well. GameStop recently increased their limits to 2 per. Nice. I'm not too sure when this is going to happen, though. It's going to happen before November 14th, obviously. But when is it going to happen? Let me know what your theories are below in the comments. I personally think that they will drop one of these Tuesdays coming up. Keep an eye. Tuesdays, Thursdays. It's kind of the time period they like to launch these things. But yeah, I have no idea. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open up some Black Bolt. Or actually, we're going to open up some White Flare. We have a booster bundle. We have opened up 60 packs of White Flare Solo. And it'll be 66 at the end of this. And if we subtract 15 from that number, that's what we have for Black Bolt. Black Bolt's been a little bit harder to find. I'm not too sure why. White Flare has some really good stuff as well. Who knows? We have not gotten a Demigod pack or a God pack ever in any Pokemon card set, including TCG Pocket, with over almost 10,000 cards that we've collected. And so we're hoping one of these packs might be the God pack. We got these packs from Dick's Sporting Goods. When White Flare launched, there was the Dick's Sporting Goods thing. I guess I had a pre-order in. I got them. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and get this party started. This will be pack number 61. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of what's going on. I have no idea. I really don't. I want to know. Mindfu, Parat, Chandelure, Grass Energy. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can't be the person to tell you what's happening in the Pokemon world right now. I don't know what they're thinking, what they're doing, what's going on with them. All I know is I don't think those pre-orders are going to be honored. I really don't. Knowing Pokemon, they really hate when stuff like that comes out. They're definitely going to try to fix this, though, because it was not a pretty look for them. I'm sure they were pretty disappointed that those products came out before they even had a chance to, release them. Not cool. Definitely something that if you're a botter, you probably should have waited until it actually came out to start doing that crap. But hey, you know what? To each their own. All right. First, PKMN.GG. This is a regular Pokeball variant. It's not going to show up on here, but it is 46 cents for this version. We used to use pkmn.gg. Our partners, the best place to track, build decks, do so much more. And at Caldeo, it's nice to see that they finally reintegrated Caldeo back into Pokemon Go. Before that, you had to pay $9 to get one. Now I think it's included in the Sun Pass that I'm sure we pay for, but hey, I'm not complaining. I like Pokemon Go. Scraggy, I'm gonna have a Pokemon Go video at some point next week. We did do the Pokemon event at the baseball park in Texas. We went to a Rangers game. Absolutely fun time. I don't think there's any more or many more events for the rest of the year, but next year in 2026, if you're watching this and you live in one of those cities or have an opportunity to go, highly recommend. A lot of fun. All right, Sawaddle, Watchdog. This ain't looking pretty, by the way. Zebstrika, Lampent, Gothitelle, and we struggling right now. That was 63, right? That might have been 64 actually. There's not clicking things. So pack number 65. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are having a good week or start to your week, depending on what days you work. Hope everything is going well. Heatmore, we got a Vanillite Pokeball, a Swoobat, and a Samurott. Regular holo. All right, let's see what this Vanillite Pokeball is worth. I like Vanillite. I like turtles. Let's take a quick gander at the Pokemon variant. If we don't pull anything out of this, by the way, I do have a little box. Okay, so 25 cents for this guy. Ain't looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get saved out of this booster pack. If not, it'll be a colossal fail. 66 on its way. Let's get this party started. Come on, baby. Come on. It just takes one pack, ladies and gentlemen. One pack, one opportunity. We're still missing a good amount of things here. We got a Stoutland, Schwashabuck. We got a Gothita. That's a nice card. I think we already have Gothita, but that's a nice card. I'm not going to complain about Gothita. See what Gothita is going for these days. $11.87 for Gothita. Looking out in the moon. And a Whimsicott and an Electric Energy. So we got a couple of little pulls to close things out, ladies and gentlemen. So that'll be that definitely is good enough for me to call it a nice little video, a nice little successful pull. $11.87, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about what's going on in the Pokemon world. Botters out there, ladies and gentlemen. They're taking over the world, trying to take over the Pokemon community. And then when they get a little bit of heat, and like I said, don't do doxing these people. Don't be figuring out who they are. Pokemon will handle them. Pokemon is pretty notorious of handling things when weird stuff happens. They are not going to take this lightly. There could be lawsuits. You never know. They could start reporting IP addresses, and this is a good kind of, hey, listen. If you're seeing a lot of traffic from an IP address, go ahead and complain to the ISP. I mean, if they're hitting you over and over again for no freaking reason, go ahead and talk to the ISP. Get it, nip it at the butt. It doesn't matter how many IP addresses you have. When you start adding bad reputation IP addresses, your ISP is not going to want, they're going to want to charge you for ruining the reputation of the IP address that they have given you. Just some ideas, things that I've been thinking, like, why aren't people just doing that? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you could do me a favor, click on one or two videos will be popping up right here. Don't forget to tell somebody something nice. It could be the only nice thing they hear all day, all month, all week. Mental health awareness is incredibly important. Let me know your black and white pulls that you've gotten so far. Hey, and don't forget to click on one of these two videos right here. It goes a long way in the algorithm. I love you guys. Until the next one, you guys have a beautiful, fantastic rest of your day. Bye.